Okay, kids, I'm back. Sorry, I started kind of doing my eyebrows, and so here we go. I'm using my black from my Bedhead makeup palette. Okay, so I thought I had my camera going, and I started, and guess what happened? The camera wasn't going and it shut off. Way to go, me. But here I go as I continue now to do my eyebrows. I started with my real brow right here, and then I'm just going to wing this out over my actual brow, the top of my brow that I covered up. And because I did cover it up, you're going to have to darken it just quite a little bit more. And these don't have to be perfect right now. Because you're gonna cut underneath your eye later. I'll show you what to do, how to kind of fix any rough edges. Okay, so now we're going over to the second one. And watch as I really mess this up. Christian. That would be the cat I was just telling you about. Down. See? He's starved for attention, I swear. And I just lost my brush. And I'm using my good angle brush, by the by. Very sharp, very detailed to do eyebrows with. Okay. Well, they're not quite even, and always remember, if you don't, your eyebrows aren't perfect or even, that's okay. You know, they're sisters, not twins. So, yeah, it's usually pretty hard to get them completely to match unless you're using stencils. Which, and if you're using stencils, good for you. I don't, because I don't own any. Send me some. Just joking. Okay, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to continue with my black and line my eyes. And I don't know if you can tell, but I can. I have like almond shaped eyes, and this one is a little wonkier because it kind of goes down just a little bit more, whereas this one's perfect, and I love that eye. So we kind of got to compensate for that. But which way is my brush going? Okay, so just line your eyes. And today I'm going to do a crease. I like the crease. It's basically what I learned first. When my drag mother well, before she was even my drag mother. But this was her signature, was the crease. And so I do the crease because it really frames my eyes a lot better than a lot of other, you know, like smoke outs, or I can do exaggerated makeup too, and I will later. Because I love like Nina Flowers makeup. I really do. It's not called for all that often when I do drag. It's only when I do certain shows. But I do love it, and I can do it quite well. Because it just, some people have the face or the facial structure that can pull it off. I know quite a few queens who don't have the facial structure to pull it off, and yet they still try, and good luck to them. You know, hey, if you want to, it's all about trying new things. So, and I'm just going to line the inside of my eye, the waterline, and I don't use pencils. do my eyes. I always use a brush. I find it's so much more softer to use a brush, and your eyes don't tear up as much. Other people like pencils. I don't. I can't stand them. They hurt too much, and then half the time when, you know, you either lose your sharpener, something like that. Okay, how's that look? I don't know if you can tell, but that's the basic start of the eye. And then I'm going to get under here, underneath my eye, because again, this is all for stage, so you really want to exaggerate your eyes as much as possible. But, you know, again, exaggerate your eyes, but don't end up looking like a raccoon, which can happen. So just be kind of careful of that. And again, like I said before, it's rough when you're starting your face. You're not looking for perfection just yet. It won't be, you know, all that great till you start, you know, doing the final touches and blending and everything else. Okay. And now I'm going to go into the very corner of my eye, just underneath my brow, to do my crease. And I kind of exaggerate it out to almost to the bridge of my nose, but not quite. And so here we go. And, you know, it's always good to ask people, drag queens that, you know, you're kind of working around or working with, you know, how they do things, how they do certain techniques. If you see someone doing something that you like, ask them. You know, it never hurts to ask how they do that, or if they can show you how to do it. However, you know, if they don't want to, or, you know, something like that, don't get offended. You know, certain drag queens have their own style, and you know, they feel like it took them a long time to learn that, and they don't want to just share their secrets, because that's what makes them them. And that's okay too. So, you know, just don't, but I will say, don't like bug them about it for days, you know, because you don't want to annoy or tick anybody off. And what I'm doing now, I'm kind of just sloping this down into like a funky little S shape, sort of, you know what I mean? And you can kind of tell what I'm doing. And I bring it to a real high arch, which will get blended out later. I know some people just go into the crease of the eye and do like a window washer motion. That's not how I do mine. You know, it doesn't look all that sharp or neat to me, and I like to be a little more creative. And although there are plenty of drag queens out there that do it like this. Okay, now I'm going to switch to a thicker brush to do the rest of this, because we're going to pat this in and pull it out, and here we go. Okay, so just fill in that portion along fill it in along the crease, get all up in there, like, you know. And again, this is a stage look. It's not really meant to be like a daytime look. I mean, you can wear this out in the evening, which would be fine. I don't think you should show up at the office looking like this, and unless you kind of like the drag queen hooker look. But that, again, is my personal opinion. Love it, you know you do. Okay. Add some more. Okay. Ooh, just about fell back in my seat there. That was lovely. Okay, and now I'm going to. I'm just gonna fill this in just a little bit darker. I'm not quite liking that just yet. Okay. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna take. Again, I'm gonna go back to my super white. You can use like a Ben Nye white or something like that. I don't personally like the way it looks on my eyes. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't set well on my eyes. And this covers, and the super white covers really, really well. So I'm gonna take my white brush and just go up in here, just like so. I'll go more on there. And this really does hide a lot of the stuff, you know, so it becomes even again. And you know, like I said, the lines, now we're moving into that phase where we're going to start fixing things. And you'll see it all come together. Now I just need to find my color brush, which here we are, and I'm going to use a little bit of Persimmon by Ben Nye. Here we are. See? And put a whole bunch of that on my color brush. Ta-da. And then just do right in the slope area. I will not take this, well, I mean, I can, and just go along that ledge, and ta-da. And just fill that in. And I'm going to blend the black up into it a little more in just a little bit here. But for right now, this is all we need. Here we go. And it just gives you a real nice shade under your eye. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my white brush, and I'm going to start packing in underneath my eyebrow. To highlight my eyebrows. I keep losing my brushes. I have too many. Okay, black brush. Okay, so I'm going back to my thick black brush now, and I'm just going to highlight my crease again. So I can exaggerate that just a little more. Pull that up just a little bit to blend it. And again, it's not going to be perfect. But this is about the time when we start really seeing the face come together. Okay. And there we are. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Alright. And let me go back. I'm going to reline my eyes just one more time with black. You can never have too much black on your eye. Oh, so much fun, let me tell you. Okay, there we are. Well, there we were. But then I just saw my eyes weren't even. Huh? Go figure. Okay, and that is my eyes for the moment until I really start blending it out at the end. Next, I'm going to go and start on my lips. So, let me shut off the camera real quick, and we'll be right back with lips.